I'm Jordan Kelly. We're at the premiere of Black Ice at TIFF, and we're talking with hockey players and personalities about the film. And do you think there's been a shift in hockey culture since you started, or do you think there's still more to be done?
There's definitely more to be done. There's always room for improvement, but I do think that there has been a shift since I started playing hockey. You know, I was the only girl playing hockey, let alone the only biracial black girl playing hockey. So I definitely, seeing a young team of full black BIPOC kids today has completely invigorated me, and it's amazing.
Definitely not since I started playing, but in the last 2 years. It's difficult to say. I wouldn't really say I've seen a shift in hockey culture because I still think what I call the old boys club is still there. But what I'm excited about is that conversations are happening and we're making people feel uncomfortable. And I think that's what drives change. And I mean, look at the platform we have to talk about this movie and this story. And I hope this drives people to see what other contributions that people of color had in the game of hockey, but also in society as a whole. So blessed to be here to tell this story with the rest of the crew, and we're super excited.
I think there's been a shift for sure. There's definitely been progress. I see it myself just entering the league as a 19-year-old till now. And there is a big difference, but obviously a lot more work to be done. And I think this is just another step in the right direction, and we want to keep moving forward.
I think there's still more work to be done. There's always more work to be done, but I think it has, started to shift a little bit, and that's a good sign.
There has been a shift, and there is more work to be done. Yeah, a little bit of both. I think last couple of years, there's been a lot of people to make a big impact and have awesome contributions to, furthering our game. But I think we still have to dig in and get to that grassroots level and, create programs and education programs to, not just hold the kids accountable, but it's also the parents, the refs, the officials, the Zamboni driver, everyone in the rink, so these kids can come and feel safe, and that the rink is more of a safe haven than a place of, racism or injustice. So, I think we're doing the work though. It's coming.
There's definitely still more to be done, I would say. I think now there are conversations being had. When I was younger, we didn't have that at all. No conversation was had. It was brushed under the rug. But the conversations are starting, especially with this movie.
What's one thing you hope people can take away from watching this film?
Well, it's an educational film. It's about the pioneers of hockey, really, and this is something that existed before the NHL even existed. So hopefully it's, I know it's going to be a lot of positive feedback, and we're just anxious and excited to get it started.
And if you could provide any piece of advice for a young hockey player of color, what would it be?
I would say what I struggled with for a long time was trying to conform to almost being white, just because there isn't many of us in this space and you want to fit in. And I think at the end of the day, the biggest thing you can do is be yourself. There's only one of you. So I've been super empowered since I've got into the zone with that and just own being me. And I think that's the only way you can feel comfortable in doing anything you want to do in life. So that's what I would say. Get comfortable with yourself and own it.
I would just say believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. Not everybody's going to be your biggest fan, your biggest cheerleader, but if you are your number one fan, everything's going to be okay.
Just staying true to yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. I know for myself, growing up, playing hockey as a black kid, it was tough at times, but at the same time, want to stay true to yourself. You want to make sure that your family values and everything that you've learned from home, you want to keep that and cherish it. Just be yourself, be who you are, and don't change for anybody.
Have fun with your teammates. Working hard with them and winning is one of the best feelings in the world. So keep chasing that and keep working on your game.
And why do you think it's important to highlight the women's journey as well as the men's?
I mean, as female athletes, we deserve to be here. We are great, amazing hockey players, and I think that we deserve an equal opportunity as the men do.
Realistically, we want hockey to be the most diverse and inclusive space, right? And women play hockey as well. And so I think that having women in the film, we can't exclude half of our population, right? Women have a place in sport, women have a place in hockey.
I have 2 daughters at home. So when I ask my daughter what she wants to do, when she gets older, she tells me play hockey. So for me, it's extremely important to have people like Soraya Tinker, to have Sarah Nurses, the Blake Boldens, black women that play hockey and who have gone through the same thing as the men, just so the women know that they can do it as well, and they can be professional hockey players and they can win gold medals as well.
Awesome. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.